Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Hyena. New space, new studio. Still working out some of the kinks, but you know how things go. At least I finally have my Jason mask up. Kind of. I had to do some rigging to make it work, but that's beside the point. Anyways, what I've got for today's video is impulse buy. Yes, I haven't been able to go shopping for a while because, well, I just kind of bought a condo and the moving in process has been very long, very painful, not to mention expensive, but and exploring my new part of town, I came across that Hobby Lobby, and while browsing I found this. Yes, regularly 18 bucks. And it's one of the Hobby Lobby Your Price things, so that's already discounted, or at least that's what they want you to believe. But reduced to $5.19, I think I could take the gamble on that. Anyways, what we've got is a sketchbook because, yes, I did in fact need another one. Because as you can see, I don't have enough. Yeah, so this, you get the sketchbook and you get a set of pens. I mean, like, even just for the pens alone, the $5.19 is a good deal. So yeah, I'd say it's time we crack this puppy open and see what all is to it, even though it's pretty simple and straightforward. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop talking. Ah! Sorry about the bouncy cam. Anyways, here's a look at the pens. We have a styrofoam thingy that we do not need. Goodbye. Alright, looks like we got it. Hey, is this extra sketch paper? No, it's just cardboard. Oh well. Alright, so we got this pretty nice, soft sketchbook. It got the band, and I know I usually prefer spiral bound, but I figured that for that price, I could deal with a book bound. Oh yeah, it's also got those little built-in bookmark thingy. I do like the little placeholder. Yeah, I gotta break its spine. But overall, not a bad looking book. I'm thinking that somewhere down the line I'll probably end up painting this too. I know, big shocker at this point. Okay, now then, how does this thing open? Just like that. Okay, so not bad. We've got a brush, 0.5, 0.3, 0.1, and 0.05. So I got some pretty good sizes. Let's take a look. Pigment liner, water-based, water-resistant. Oh, I like that. Oh my gosh, that is like such a teensy little brush tip. I love it. Alright. So I figure very basic, just try out these pens and then just do some sketching, like, you know, something low pressure. And the paper, like, it's sketch paper, but this is actually some, like, it's decently thick. I mean, like, not like the bestest sketch paper in the world, but, you know, it's good enough, and especially for that price. Alright. Here, I want to get that brush. So we're gonna test these pens out, but first, just a little reminder to myself. There we go, made it look all artsy and nice, because yes, I did need another sketchbook. feel a lot better, like a weight's been lifted off my chest. Anyways. And this wants to keep closing. Alright, now then let's see here. Okay, yeah, you've got a little bit of see-through, but even though I went pretty hard with that, it didn't bleed through, although it did smudge there a bit. Oh, bit of smudging. Okay, so I guess beware of some smudging. So, I also might need to bring these out with my watercolors because it says water resistant. Might want to put that to the test. But I'm gonna test out the remaining liners, and then I'm just gonna sketch something. And I figure I was just gonna do it all with ink, even though, yes, I have these. However, I have found that sometimes just sketching with ink and only ink, there's something about it. Like, sometimes, like, taking away your ability to erase, even though I love my erasers, I'm not sure how to really describe it. But it's different. So if you've never considered it yourself, consider it. Anyways, I'm gonna get on with those swatches. Okay, so I got a little carried away, but overall I found these to be not half bad at all, and I was just having fun. Like, no reference pics or anything. I was just doodling off of memory. One thing I did notice is that when they're wet, they do smudge. So just beware of smudging. But now I think I need to do a whole illustration. And I think I want to use only these pens for right now. I think I might do like, oh boy. Well, that would be kind of an awkward challenge. Yeah, maybe I should just do it then. Like something across this the whole thing here. Yeah, why not? Okay, yeah, let's just get to that. Alright, because I stated earlier, yes, I did need a new sketchbook, especially at that price. And I have found that I just really enjoy sketching with pens, and sometimes I don't always want a dotted bullet journal page, Sometimes I just want something crisp and clean. And I think that because I did get this new sketchbook at such a deep discount, I might just put it through the ringer and see what it can take, because I'm sadistic like that. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Never mind. Anyways, what to talk about now? Well, how about, usually I find that when starting an ink sketch like this, I usually want to start with the smallest tip. Just like whatever the smallest nib is, work with that, do like basic shapes and blocking in with that, and then kind of as I'm adding details and making things stand out more, I kind of get thicker and thicker until I reach a certain point. I think that the 0.5 is my favorite thickness because it's not too thick, not too thin. I mean, like that is... It is the perfect thickness, I think. Although it's like when it comes to like coloring, I like the brush pens. However, sometimes though it's like for brush pens for line art, I'm not sure if I like them as much for that.
But maybe I just need a bit more practice with them. I mean, for coloring in, brush pens are amazing. Okay. Yeah, trying to think of what else to talk about. Sometimes these are very tricky. It's like one thing that is still a constant since I moved is basically my recording. Like anytime I want to do a voice recording like this, I am basically limited to one night a week. That's my window, and that's why I have to do things the way I do them. Why? Well, I've got a roommate who is loud and obnoxious. Still loud and obnoxious. And still, after approximately 3 months of living in this place, still hasn't put up his sound blocking panels. And now then you might be wondering, well, why don't you put up sound blocking panels? Well, I'll tell you, because I'm not the problem. He is. I'm sorry, but this whole thing of gamers, like, yelling super loud and just being so obnoxious, it's not fun, it's not entertaining. Living with it is downright freaking miserable. So I'll just come right out and say it. I freaking hate gamer culture. Or at least the yelling and screaming bit of it. Yes, I know I sound like a bitter old boomer here, but I've been living with it for too long, and it grates on you after a while when you've been living with it. I mean, have some courtesy for other people, please. Okay, I know that came out of left field, but it's something I feel really strongly about, because even when I ask him, hey, I'm gonna record, can you please keep it down? It still doesn't happen, so it's like I've just given up, and it's like the one night he's out of the house, I have to basically try to cram in as much as I can, which sometimes I'm worried that it kind of gives this appearance that my content is rushed, probably because a lot of times it is, because I have these narrow windows thanks to having to work a regular day job, and then like there are times when I get home and it's like I can't hardly function, save for getting myself a bowl of cereal and sitting in front of the TV because I am just so freaking tired. I really think that things need to change. I mean, like the whole 40-hour work week, 5 days a week, things need to change. It really does. I mean, like, whatever happened to work-life balance? Did it even exist, or has it always been a pipe dream? I know I'm going all over the place, but that's the thing with these unscripted videos. And I'm just kind of... Yeah, once again, I'm falling back on the... I think I made a serious mistake going in with my brother on this condo. I mean, like, even though we've been living in it for a while, and I've been paying on it, sometimes it still doesn't really feel like it's mine. I mean, like, I don't know what it is, and it's probably because even though it's like, you know, I'm not living with my parents and having their restrictions, it's not fully mine, and I really need a place that is fully mine. I mean, like, it's an upgrade from the apartment, but I still think I got pressured. I really do. Sorry, I'm not trying to be depressing or anything. This is just something that's been so heavy on my mind lately. Yeah, so how about post in the comments if you've lived with an obnoxious roommate, and if you have, what have you done to them to really call them out? I mean, like, I've had friends suggest that, oh, well, take his dirty dishes and dump them on his bed or something, and I'm like, the problem is I don't think he'd notice. That, or he'd just move them to the floor and carry on. But I'm getting to the point where I might try it one of these days, because quite frankly, I'm sick of it. I mean, I'm also thinking of getting myself an extra large roll of duct tape. Maybe that'll help with the noise. Okay, not really. That one might be a step too far. Or would it? I don't know anymore. But yeah, it's like, I just don't think that I should have to spend my money to do things because I live with a major problem. I really don't.
Alright, so overall thoughts about this book and pen combo. Overall, I think I really like this sketchbook. The soft leather, pleather, I think. One thing I don't really notice any branding. Here, hang on a sec. Okay, I totally didn't drag this out of the garbage or anything, but, yeah. So it's just sketchbook and illustration pen set. It's like these pens are unbranded, the sketchbook is unbranded, and that was the garbage truck outside making that noise. Moving on. Anyways, overall, I think that this was a pretty good buy, especially at under $6. Do I think it's worth the $18 that was originally being charged? These pens, every so often, they were kind of scratchy. So I would have to say, actually, not really. I think that a not really is a bit softer than an outright no. Maybe if these were like Microns or Faber-Castell, then we could talk, but maybe not the $18. But if you happen to find this on your Hobby Lobby store shelves for like $5.19, then I would say go for it, because that is a killer deal. And you have like 80 pages, and as you can see, you can go on. Boy, they are being noisy out there. Anyway, like, yeah, it shows through a bit, but you can use both sides of the paper. I mean, like, you can really stretch it out. Overall, I think it was a pretty good buy. Anyways, with all that being said, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, while we're at it, why not visit my Instagram at SilverHyenaArt. Jeez. Sounds like a war zone out there, but all they're doing is collecting the garbage. Where was I? Oh yes, this is Silver Hyena, signing off. Stay creative, everybody. And beware of garbage trucks, cause dang, lesson here. Last minute lesson. Yeah, bye!